some of you know, my background in shamanism, astral projection, soul journeys is something that I've been pursuing for many decades. And I want to be able to share with you different tools that you can do to find yourself as being able to be a very physical individual and also a very soulful and spiritual individual, living on both or all several multidimensional planes at once. And in order to be able to find that capacity, well, face it, you have a lot of different paths on you. There's no one way to do it. And that's really what's kind of exciting about this, is that you get to experiment with who you are and what your self-expression is going to be as you join in your own understanding of what it means to be physical and what it means to be spiritual, and what it means to be both simultaneously. So today, let's talk about your cellular life. Your cellular life, every single cell in your body, at last count I read, we have 57 trillion cells and counting. So probably by the time you see this video, it might be up to 67 trillion cells. So with these 57 trillion cells, just imagine for a moment that each of these cells has its own life, its own marker, its own personality, and more importantly, it has this community that exists inside of your cell. And then around it is the cell membrane, so that inside of each cell is this community of all sorts of different aspects of life, and all that life functions differently. So imagine here you are, and your mind, your soul, your personality, your experiences are somehow involved in what all these cells are doing. And they're all functioning on behalf of you being able to have a functional body. And to the degree that you're in harmony with what's going to help them be healthiest, they're going to be happy or not so happy or sick. And of course, cellular life is not nearly as long as our own physical body, it seems to be. So if we're going to live on average of 80 years, 90 years, however long we're going to live, none of our cells are going to be traveling that whole journey with us together. So think of your body as this amazing planet, if you will. And in this amazing planet, all of these cells have this moving organic life where they're very physical. But in addition, not only are they physical, but we actually know that these cells will respond to your thoughts and your emotion and your spiritual quests. Yes, the research is out that those individuals that practice meditation, practice mindfulness, have some sort of spiritual process or religious belief, that when it comes from the heart and the soul and the depth of who they are, that the cells in their body respond with a biochemical difference. So they're in harmony with you having a spiritual existence and pursuing your spiritual life. Isn't that marvelous? You don't have to feel like you're living in your body, and then you can go off into your spiritual world, because your body actually connects with all those things that seem to be immaterial. In other words, our mind seems like it doesn't function on the material level. Our heart and our emotions seem to function on the ethereal level. And those of us that do a lot of soul journeying and astral projection, Akashic files, remote viewing, shamanic journeying, etc., 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 it seems like we really move out of this body into whatever sorts of different multidimensional space that we do. And that's great. However, our physical body is actually impacted by what we do, even on our soul journeys. In fact, I'm embarking on some wonderful research of being able to take the brain waves of individuals while they're in the process of doing lucid dreaming, astral projection, remote viewing, psychic phenomena, mediumship, because their brain waves change, the movement in their brain changes, which by the way is physical, and everything that goes on in the brain just is all part of the organic planet called you. It actually is a wonderful discovery when you can know that your spiritual quest is also a physical quest. Isn't that great? I'll see you in the next one.